Oh, hey, what's up? Duff here. Happy Easter. Yeah, it's Easter. I don't have a lot going on this Easter, so I've been keeping busy today doing stuff. Mowed the grass, I just cleaned the floors inside, and now we're paying attention to the tractor. The TS-242XD, my Husqvarna tractor that I've had for a couple of years. I just hit 100 hours mow time. So I'm gonna be doing some maintenance on it and talking about the tractor as I do it. So, sounds great, right? Here we go. These super easy tractor ramps suck. You jam them under the front tires and they just skid. It's I think the only time I've ever been able to get these to work is if I do it in the grass. Don't waste your money on these. So anyways, here's what the tractor looks like after 100 hours of mowing. It's dirty. You know, I didn't bother to clean it or anything, but it's everything's pretty much intact. The chute has a little crack in it here, and at one point I pushed too close to a tree and I actually popped it off these rivets here. The extremely long mower guard. But I was able to pop it back in place and everything is still in one piece. All right, let's try these shitty things again. Okay, so as long as you use them on grass, they work, apparently. So as you may guess, I'm going to be changing the mower blades. That's going to be part of what I am doing. As for my 100-mile service, I'm changing the mower blades. I'm going to lube the front end. I'm going to grease the front end. I'm going to change the oil and I'm going to change the filter. And I'll take a look at the air filter too, I guess, but that's what I'm doing. Did I mention it's Easter? Oh yeah, I think I did. Happy Easter again. So you may be saying, hey Duff, aren't you going to show us how you're doing this stuff? No, I'm not, because I did before. There's a video about me changing the blades. There's a video about me changing the oil in the filter. I'm not sure if I did a video about lubing the chassis. I mean, I guess I can show you that, but as long as you have a proper grease gun, that isn't really too hard. So, all right, I got my gloves on just to protect myself, and safety experts will probably tell you it's better to block the blade with a piece of wood. With me, putting my hand on what feels like a dull section of the blade with leather gloves has never steered me wrong, so that's what I'm doing. Not saying it's the absolute best way. Got my replacement blades at Lowe's yesterday. I was able to just walk in and get them there. When you're putting your blades on, of course, make sure that the side that says grass side is facing the grass. I've actually not done that once or twice, not paying attention, and I had to reverse them. I learned my lesson, and now I pay attention to things much more than I did before. It's one of the great things about getting older. You learn things, and there's not a lot of great things about getting older, but maybe that's one of them. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's tighten up here. This is a 16mm socket, by the way. I know I said I wasn't going to tell you anything, but I'll tell you that much. 16mm socket. Make sure they're nice and firm. It is nice though having these shitty ramps, because at least it does get it high enough that that I can do this without taking the deck off. Like when I used to do it on my old Craftsman mower, I used to always take the deck off. So not taking the deck off. It saves a lot of time and hassle. Old blades, here's one old blade. So you got a nice little hole punch through that one. Yeah, both sides I got a hole punch through it. But these are definitely in better shape than the last time I did it. I waited too long to change the blades last time, and they were like 6 inches shorter on each side. So we're trying to be a little bit smarter about it this time. Okay, blades changed. Let's go get the grease gun. My grease gun looks like it has no grease. Let me fix that. Okay, I did have a different grease gun. Here it is. This is what I used last time, and this one actually has some grease in it, which is good. Except I can't quite get to the grease fitting. Oh, did you hear that? That's one that I forgot. That's one other little annoyance with the tractor is the steering column is super squeaky. I've lubed it once or twice already, and it's still kind of squeaky. All right, we got the grease gun on. One off. Now need to turn the tires again. So you're just basically you're filling this joint with grease so it doesn't wear out over time. Here's a quick pro tip. Don't store your grease gun on your pegboard above other things, because over time gravity will make grease come out and drop on other things like your beach chair. So yeah, pro tip. So the oil drain is on the left side as you're sitting on the tractor. And there's, you just kind of loosen this middle screw. It's draining very slow. Okay, so draining too slow. Oil still draining. I just popped the oil filter off. And I remember last time I didn't really develop a good way to keep it from getting all over the place down here, and I still have not developed a way to do that. I'm just letting it continuing to drain very slowly. We're going to put a little bit of oil on the rubber gasket because that's what you're supposed to do. And then we're going to spin this back in place. We're going to get it hand tight, and then just put my oil filter wrench on there just to give it a little bit more, not much. Okay, that feels good. I guess we can take a look at the air filter as well while we're waiting. Okay, so that's actually held on by a clamp. Okay. All right, does not look too bad. I'm gonna brush the stuff off of it. I'm gonna tap it out. And evidently, that's not a good idea because I've slightly bent the metal screen now by doing that. All right. And I'm gonna go get my blower and we'll blow it out. Well, that was nice. All right, so maybe the next time I'll buy a new filter, I guess. But yeah, for now, I think we're good. And since I have the blower out, might as well blow everything off, right? Cut my genuine Kawasaki 4-cycle commercial grade oil. I got that at Lowe's as well. And of course, this freaking funnel is not the right size. So yeah, I still have to, you know, reach down and pick up this long ass chute. Once in a while, some people have suggested, you know, you can put like a little, I don't know, like a fitting on there to make it easier to grab, but I deal with it. You know, I never got away from the behavior. Like you can see this here, this is from the locking differential, the way that it wants to kind of tear up the turf when you're doing tighter turns. That's always been a thing from day one, but you know, it doesn't happen often, so it doesn't bother me that much. Anything else negative? All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. That was a lot of time to basically say that for the most part, everything is great. 100 hours later on my Husqvarna TS-242XD. A couple minor little annoyances, but nothing would stop me from recommending this tractor to somebody else. Definitely the favorite tractor I've ever owned. I've owned 5 of them at this point, maybe. This is definitely my favorite, and it's probably not. It's probably not a mistake that this was also the most expensive tractor that I've ever bought. So, you know, you kind of get what you pay for. So, yeah, guys, I should be good for another 50 hours or so, and I'll let you know if anything comes up in the meantime. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you're going to subscribe, you can hit the notify bell, which is over there somewhere. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, and ideas and thoughts below. After the end of this video, I'm going to actually post the limited footage I have from my Tesla tow hitch installation video from last week with Matt, trying to install the tow hitch onto his Model 3. Let's just say it was an adventure, and it quickly got frustrating to the point that I said screw it, and I did not tape the vast majority of that process because it was just all hands on deck and trying not to lose your mind. So yeah, so stick around, you get to watch that footage at the end. So I hope you guys had a great Easter, and that's all I have for now. Until next time, Duffman out. We're recording. Hey, what's up, Duff here? No, this is not my Tesla. This is a black Model 3. It does look weird, right? And that's my buddy Matt. Matt I mentioned this yesterday. I shot a video yesterday. I mentioned how you were the guy that kind of got me into Teslas in general. Matt bought his Tesla because I was thinking about buying another EV, and he said, oh my God, this Tesla's so awesome. And he kind of talked me into it. So we are going to be installing a hitch kit today on his Model 3. He's going to be using this car to do some cross-country traveling this summer, right?
Yep,
so
all the way down to Wyoming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you didn't bring your trumpet with, Matt?
I didn't bring my trumpet.
Matt is an accomplished professional. Is it a trumpeter or a trumpist?
I'm a trumpeter.
Trumpeter.
Principal trumpet.
So, okay, so this should be fun. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we're making some slow and steady progress here. The Tesla, a lot of new cars are like this, but a lot of components on the car are just kind of push pins. So, you know, we had to remove 2 bolts for each taillight, and then there's just push pins. You had to pop it out. We have a couple bolts here. We're now onto the bumper skin. And I think, again, it's a lot of just kind of lifting and pulling. It's kind of funny. So, but so far, no problems. Okay, we're up on the ramps now. It's going to make it a little bit easier to give us a little bit more clearance. It was a little exciting getting it up on the ramps, but nothing a little momentum didn't take care of. So continuing on. Whoa, continuing onward. Hey guys, sorry. That install was a cluster F. I didn't film it after a certain point. We got stuck on a certain point where you were mounting the hitch to the bumper crash bar and it didn't fit right. His car is an early 2019 Tesla Model 3, and I think somewhere during the 2019 model year they changed something. So the end result was it didn't fit like it should, and we spent like somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 to 3 hours just, excuse my French, f***ing with this thing, and I couldn't film. I was disgustingly dirty, frustrated. So, but we got it installed. We basically said, okay, well, it's not going to fit perfectly, but we got it to fit. The hitch is on, it's functional. He's happy, so yeah, that's it. But it's 9 o'clock at night, so that's it, man. I'll throw this at the end of the video. I won't make this his own video because there's no point, so that's it. Duffman out. Unbelievable.